the channel. This is a very different fragrance video than I've done in the past. This is going to correspond fragrances with watches. But before I get into the list, you're just gonna have to wait and see. Alright guys, so as I said before, very interesting sort of take on pairing fragrances with timepieces or watches. Yeah, I thought this would be kind of fun. I've seen other content where people pair fragrances with purses or shoes, so I thought, why not do watches or timepieces with your fragrances? So I'm gonna do eight in this video. And before I go on, just to reiterate the obvious, please, if you do enjoy this content, please feel free to subscribe. It is free. Also, give a thumbs up if you like this content. That way we can beat this YouTube algorithm together. And comment after this video. But I'm gonna have you all just pause for a moment so that you can do all that I just said. Alright, so without further ado, let's jump right into this list. So the first watch that I am going to show and pair is going to be this beautiful Kenneth Cole sports watch. Now, it is a really nice timepiece that is quite interesting looking inside, but also gives off at the same time that it is sporty. It also has a kind of elegant sort of feel to it, I guess on the account of the chrome around the face. But I thought that a great fragrance to pair this up with is Lacoste L1212 Blanc. This goes well with the sort of beautiful, playful summertime. Aromatic, fresh, clean, white florals, woody, leathery beauty. This is like a daytime boat party fragrance with great longevity and exceptional projection. We're pairing these bad boys up right here. And so the next pairing I'm going to do is based off of this Mickey Mouse or Disney inspired Invicta watch. So the fragrance that I would pair with this particular watch is Acqua di Parma's Fico di Amalfi. Fico, meaning fig in Italian, is the dominating note in this fragrance. But for me, this is more of a scent memory connection. So I bought my first bottle of Fico di Amalfi years ago at Disney's Epcot Center. So every time I visit a Disney park, I make it a habit to wear this fragrance. So the strong citrus and fig that's in this opening lasts for a very long time and gives you this really clean, positive, and uplifting feeling, similar to my watch. The daytime heat, this performs outstanding. So with the performance, I get about 6 to 7 hours of this fragrance. In the heat, it projects a lot more. So in the heat, you'll get about 2 to 3 hours of projection, at least in my experience. If it's not so hot, you might get about 1 or 2, but I definitely love this fragrance, especially visiting the parks. And I live in Florida, so it's hot almost all year long. So this fragrance really plays well. And as I said, has sort of an emotional connection to the parks. All right, so the next pairing that I will be doing, watch and fragrance, is going to be from another Invicta watch. This is a deep diver's watch, and I enjoy it because it looks very nice and classy, but at the same time, it's got, you know, the silicone band. And the fragrance that I pair with this is going to be Invictus Legend. See what happened there? Invicta, Invictus. So this watch is generally for diving, and I would say so is this fragrance. So like the watch, this fragrance can be used in the daytime heat, but also could be used dressed up for more formal evenings. And I like the blue in the bottle, which kind of resembles like the depth of the ocean. It kind of pairs with the diving watch, right? You go deep in the ocean when you dive, and so therefore that's what I love about the connection of this juice. And the Invictus DNA with this remains just with a little bit more warmth and depth, similar to diving. So again, another connection to this watch with this fragrance. Alright, so the next pairing of watch and fragrance is going to be this beauty. This is an LP or a Lucien Picard. Now for this timepiece, I've chosen to give it a little bit more of a, I want to say designer-esque, but like more bold fragrance. And for that, I would like to turn to M.A.C Cosmetics fragrance Ruby Woo from their Scent Shades collection. So this watch has the rose gold and the nice warm brown. It's elegant, but also has that warmth about it with the leather. So it isn't elegant, but it's also a seasonal watch, just like Ruby Woo. Like this watch, Ruby Woo has a beautiful, warm blend of leather, suede, and cherry. Great for casual and formal evenings in cooler weather. So the leather on the watch and the leather in this fragrance are both suitable for cooler temperatures. I mean, with this you think warm leather, cherry goodness in like low warm lighting. So like dinner and a movie. Alright, so the next watch and fragrance pairing is from the house of Bulova. And this is a beautiful watch that was purchased for me from my beautiful mother-in-law, who got this for me when I visited her on the beautiful island of Puerto Rico. And she bought it for me just as a beautiful gift, and I love it, and I've worn it ever since. Fragrance that I thought would be a great pairing with this watch would be from the house of Dior Sauvage EDT. This combo is because of the sheer elegance and noticeability of both the fragrance and the watch. This is a more serious and formal pairing. So kind of like the watch, the loudness of the ambroxan, pepper, and citrus. Plus, you get enormous performance out of this fragrance. Again, definitely for more formal events. And as I said before, the fragrance is in your face, present, and loud. And this watch, even though it's elegant, it does have a presence about it. So I thought this would be a good pairing. A good pairing. Good. So number 6 on the watch and fragrance pairing is going to go to another Invicta watch. And it is this beautiful two-tone Submariner watch. It's very Rolex resembling because it is a Submariner, and I think they are trying to imitate Rolex with that, but it is very elegant and a beautiful watch. And the fragrance that I chose to pair with this is going to be Parfums de Marly's Layton. I mean, honestly, this is a no-brainer. Both are classy and regal. Both are striking and attention-getting. And this fragrance, as we know, is a strong and beautiful composition. Cardamom, apple, lavender, and vanilla give it the right amount of sweetness and spice. The patchouli, kayak wood, and pepper round out this fragrance and add more spice to the composition. The violet, jasmine, and geranium complement the fruity sweetness. But besides the smell, the royal blue on the watch matches the royal blue of the bottle. I figured that would be a pretty simple but yet elegantly crafted comparison. Number 7 on my list in terms of my watch and fragrance pairing is going to be Cartier's Tank watch. And the fragrance that I want to pair this watch with is Viking by Creed. So this watch can be used both dressed up and casual. But Creed Viking also has that sort of wearability. Viking's cold but yet fiery composition with the sweet citrus, pink pepper, mint, rose, patchouli, and woods match beautifully with the cold steel and masculine square appeal of this particular watch. Also, Viking can be used in very formal and elegant settings similar to the watch. Both can be used all year long. And the last watch and fragrance pairing of the list goes to Rolex. This is a Rolex Submariner white gold, very elegant, but with this, I thought since this is the king of watches, why not pair it with the king of fragrances, and that is Creed's Aventus. Now this shouldn't be shocking, but since this is the king of watches, I think king of fragrances obviously needs to be in the same vein as this. It's the regal timelessness of this precious timepiece that goes very well with the dominance and timelessness of Aventus. Like Rolex, Creed is at the very top of the niche mountain, and it's very, very versatile. This watch fragrance combo will definitely get you noticed and complimented, whether it be a daytime casual use or a more formal and dressed up setting. Now, Aventus is the fragrance king, as it is a fruity, musky, woody vibe that has been cloned many times over the years, just like Rolex's. So yeah, top of the mountain, Rolex Aventus. Who would have thunk it? Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this sort of weird but original comparison with fragrances and timepieces. I would love this to be a tag video, so if anybody else wants to get out there, go ahead and do this kind of comparison. Show me your watch collection, pair it to your fragrances, and tag me. I just want to have fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, like, comment, subscribe. I will see you on the next video. Peace.